today I'm doing a book series, talk about a category, so witches, werewolves, shapeshifters, these kind of things. Books that go with that category, and yeah, this is literally what I'm going to be doing. And I'd like you to comment below, please. Don't know why I did that, to let me know other books that you think should go in this category. You don't have to like the books, just books that you think should go in the category, and let me know down below, and we'll have like a bit of a game. And I'm tagging you guys. It's not a tag necessarily, it's just like I decided to do this because I love the TV series Bitten. I've started to watch it again and I thought, you know what other books are like this? I really want to start reading some books, and I thought let's do some videos. So it's sort of like a tag because I'd like you guys to participate with it, but you don't actually have to do it as a tag. So I hope you enjoy. So the first one I have to start with is obviously Bitten. So this is by Kelley Armstrong. So it's a very big series. It's got other books within it. The series is called Otherworld, and it's got witches in it, it's got vampires in it, it's got everything, but we're just going to focus on the werewolf aspect in this video. So I've got it on Goodreads so I can read you the description so you can know what it's about. I'm not going to give it a review, it's just going to be me telling you a book, what it's about, and obviously why it's linked to the werewolves. Okay, so Bitten by Kelley Armstrong. So Elena Michaels is the world's only female werewolf, and she's tired of it. Tired of a life spent hiding and protecting, a life where her most important job is hunting down rogue werewolves. Tired of a world that no longer accepts the worst in her temper, her violence but requires it. Worst of all, she realises she's growing content with that life, with being that person. So she left the pack and returned to Toronto, where she's trying to live as a human. When the pack leader calls asking for her help fighting a sudden uprising, she only agrees because she owes him. Once this is over, she'll be squared with the pack and free to live life as a human, which is what she wants, really. Next one is Coming Alpha series, and that is by Aileen, Erin. So this is the book that I'm currently reading now. I have read this book, but I didn't read the rest of the series, so I'm starting with this book now, and I love it. And I'm going to complete the series for it, and then I'm going to do reviews for you guys. So this one is called Becoming Alpha. So Tessa McCade has a unique talent for getting in trouble. Then again, it isn't easy for a girl with visions to ignore what she sees. Luckily, Tessa and her family are leaving California and moving halfway across the country, giving her the perfect opportunity to leave her reputation as freaky Tessa behind. But Tessa doesn't realise that kissing the wrong guy at the new Texas town could land her in far more trouble than she'd ever imagined. Like being forced to attend St. Albans Academy, a secret boarding school for werewolves. Even if the wrong guy did accidentally turn her into one of them and doom her attending the weirdest high school ever, Tessa can't help her growing attraction to the mysterious Destin Laurent. When vampires attack at St. Albans and her visions pinpoint the enemy in their midst, Tessa realises that boy drama and her newfound canine tendencies might just be the least of her problems. I really enjoyed this series, and I don't know why I didn't. I think I read the second book actually, thinking about it. But this is a really, really good series. So it's got the same element where she's been bitten by a boy, and I remember the scene actually when they kiss and when he bites her, and you know, I think it's like beach actually, if I'm remembering rightly. I may be completely wrong. But yeah, I remember this, and she goes to the werewolf academy and she's downstairs and she hears this noise, and these vampires like basically are attacking this academy, and there's like bars, and she looks out and she sees like the fighting going on, and he comes in and he tries to help her and save her, and it's a really, really good series actually, like really, really good. I love books with werewolves actually. I keep saying actually, but yeah, it's a really, really good series. So the next one is Mortal Instruments series, aka known as Shadowhunters. So I haven't read the series, but I've watched it on TV, so I do have some sort of insights. I can believe Goodreads when it says it's got werewolves in it. So it has a loose amount of werewolves in the TV series. Like, they're in it a lot, but it's not about werewolves. It's not a book series about werewolves. It's more about the angels and the demons side of it, and the fact that they're shadow hunters. They're hunting these demons, these shadows. Whereas in the TV series, You do see more of the werewolves. Chloe's mum's friend is actually a werewolf and he's a detective. So yeah, it has got werewolves in it, but it's not about werewolves, if that makes sense, category, because it has werewolves in it. So when 15-year-old Chloe Frey heads to the Pandemonium Club in New York City, she hardly expects to witness a murder, much less a murder committed by 3 teenagers covered with strange tattoos and brandishing bizarre weapons. Then the body disappears into thin air. It's hard to call the police when the murderers are invisible to everyone else, and when there is nothing, not even a smear of blood, to show that a boy has died. Or was he a boy? This is Chloe's first meeting with the Shadowhunters, warriors dedicated to ridding the earth of demons. It's also her first encounter with Jace, a Shadowhunter who looks a little like an angel and acts a lot like a jerk. Within 24 hours, Clary is placed into Jace's world with vengeance. When her mother disappears and Clary herself is attacked by a demon, but why would demons be interested in ordinary mundanes like Clary and her mother? And how did Clary suddenly gain the sight? So yeah, like I said, it's got werewolves in it. It's not based on werewolves, but they are a big part in there. There is the clave, there is vampires in it, there's fairies and warlocks. It's all like a big world, a bit like the Bitten series, where it has actually got vampires in it, it has actually got other things. So it has got all of that in it, but it's based on Shadowhunters with a lot of wolves in it. So the next one is Hex Hall. I absolutely love this series. If you've ever seen me do a tag before, you know that I literally talk about this one a lot. I love this one. So Hex Hall is very similar to the other ones I've spoke about, where they've got other characters in it. This one again isn't based on werewolves, but it has got werewolves in it. And I had to include it in this as well because it is a really good series with wolves. 3 years ago, Sophie Mercer discovered she was a witch. It's gotten her into a few scrapes. Her non-gifted mother has been as supportive as possible, consulting Sophie's estranged father, an exclusive European warlock, only when needed. But when Sophie attracts too much human attention for a prom night spell gone horribly wrong, it's her dad who decides her punishment. Exile to Hex Hall, an isolated reform school in wayward Program, aka witches, fairies and shapeshifters, which are werewolves. By the end of her first year amongst fellow freak teens, Sophie has quite a scorecard. 3 powerful enemies who look like supermodels, a fertile crush on a gorgeous warlock, a creepy tag-along ghost, and a new roommate who happens to be the most hated person and only vampire student on campus. Worse, Sophie soon learns a mysterious predator has been attacking students and her only friend is the #1 suspect. As a series of blood-curdling mysteries starts to converge, Sophie prepares for the biggest threat of all, an ancient secret society determined to destroy all Pilgrim, especially her. So it's got shapeshifters that turn into, obviously, wolves. So it's not like a big werewolf book, but they are in it and you do see them. Now, the final book that I'm including is none other than Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Obviously, Harry Potter has got werewolves in it, it's got witches in it. There is a vampire in the Harry Potter world. We don't really see him in the books and the films, but he is in that world. I've forgotten his name, but it's mainly about, obviously, wizards and witches, but it has got the best werewolf in it, and I don't mean Fenric Greyback, I mean none other than Remus Lupin. So he is a werewolf. Now the reason this is the last book is because he is a werewolf. Like, you've got Bitten, you've got Shadowhunters where they've got the wolves in it, you've got Hex Hall where they're shapeshifters, you've got Vampire Diaries, you know, you've got these books, but this is actually a werewolf. So I don't really actually need to tell you what Harry Potter's about because most of you would know, but here we go. Harry Potter's 3rd year at Hogwarts is full of new dangers. A convicted murderer, Sirius Black, who's the best, has broken out of Azkaban prison, and it seems he's after Harry. Now Hogwarts is being patrolled by the Dementors, the Azkaban guards who are hunting Sirius. But Harry can't imagine that Sirius, or, for that matter, the evil Lord Voldemort, could be more frightened than a Dementor himself, who have a terrible power to fill anyone they come across with an aching loneliness and despair. Meanwhile, life continues as usual at Hogwarts. A top-of-the-line broom takes Harry's success at Quidditch, the support in the wizard world, to new heights. A cute 4th grader catches his eye, and he becomes close with the new Defence of the Dark Arts teacher, who was a childhood friend of his father and a wolf. Yet despite a relatively safe life at Hogwarts and the best efforts of the Dementors, the threat of Sirius Black grows ever closer. But if Harry has learned anything from his education in wizardry, it is that things are often not what they seem. Tragic revelations, heartwarming surprises, and high-stake magical adventure awaits the boy wizard in this funny 3rd instalment of the beloved series. I love Harry Potter. I really, really do. So yeah, this has obviously got Remus Lupin in it, and we see him in his werewolf form. We've also got Snape basically hinting to everyone, and the only person that picks up on it is Hermione, that he is a werewolf. So yeah, that is my wolves / shapeshifters / werewolves book series. So please comment below if you've got any books that you recommend or that you've read. You don't even have to have liked them. It's just books that go with this kind of category, with the supernatural things of werewolves, shapeshifters and werewolves. Then please let me know down below. And if you want to, give me your rating, like whether you like the book or not. Or just write down the book. So yeah, I'll see you guys for the next video, which is going to be... Shh, not telling you, you have to wait. Bye!